Well, how's it going, Green Dragon Tavern chats? I'm sitting in my kitchen. It's not my office anymore, but I'm sitting here at the kitchen table, and I only have one thing to tell you guys. We told you so. Yup. Censorship has come full on everywhere you look. If you are speaking out against the government, if you're speaking out against the corporations, if you're speaking out against the tyranny that's coming down from both the corporate world and, yeah, there's still the government, right? Old Donald J. Trump, that motherfucker who I told you was going to win, and I'm going to tell you again, he's probably going to win again, but he's going to pull a total fucking Reagan. Reagan was his fucking hero. And remember, Reagan was the last Republican that truly screwed us. Now, saying that, well, you know what? Fucking Bush 1 screwed the fuck out of us too. So, and actually, you know what? Bush 2 screwed the fuck out of us too. So, don't ever think that Republicans like the Second Amendment any more than the fucking Democrats do. Okay? And they're the sneakier motherfuckers. They're the ones that show up at places like the NRA, the GOA, whatever, go on saying that they're fucking 100% Second Amendment people, understanding that the First Amendment, freedom of speech, and the Second Amendment, being able to own a firearm and get together, is the two things that keep them in check, right? Nothing else has kept them in check. Those two things still do. Why are they constantly trying to destroy the Second Amendment? So that way they can get to the First. Now, here on YouTube, which used to be free, used to have the chat thing, used to be a free speech zone, is no longer, right? They're censoring everybody. And the only reason why they're not censoring this channel, which they have, believe me, trust me, I could show you the slew of fucking emails I've gotten having everything we've ever done demonetized, having copyright restrictions against fucking everything else. So, just to let you know, all those past videos, back, if they're still up in the library of the Green Dragon Tavern chats, okay, all those fucking videos told you so. We warned you, we told you, we spoke about it long before it was popular. And when the gun apocalypse started, the first ad apocalypse here on YouTube, people were warned even then that when they're coming for us, which are the easy targets, right? They could take all our shit down. We didn't give a fuck, most of us, right? And take away all the advertising, kill every dime anybody ever made on fucking YouTube. It didn't matter because we knew they were going for other people, and now they're doing it. They're blatantly doing it, blocking any kind of, not just right-leaning or conservative or libertarian thought. They're wiping out it all, even the middle grounds, the ones that just want to give facts. They want to say, hey, we're the new Joe Fridays, but in the media, right? Just the facts, ma'am, right? Give you just the fucking facts. They're done. They're toast. They're getting their shit pulled. History is getting pulled off of YouTube. Do you understand that? When we started saying, when they were doing the gun apocalypse, that it was the modern day book burning, and you're going to think it's not? Listen, as we used to say, stock up, team up, train up, right? Because the First Amendment is done, the Second Amendment is done, right? Don't ever think that any president is going to be a good guy. Trump, the dude who I voted for, the dude who I said would be exactly what he's turned out to be, the Joker in Washington, right? But also, he's such a fucking Reagan lover, he's pulling the same shit Reagan did, right? Where he's going to walk around screaming how he's the Second Amendment's friendliest fucking president ever, and then totally, ram it up the ass while not being nice enough to give it a reach around. I don't know what to tell anybody, man. I know people are gonna, and hey, thanks Jay Sparks and Stan. Good seeing you guys. It's been a long time since I turned this damn channel on. And I'm doing it now just to tell y'all guys, we told you so. We warned you. We gave you the heads up. We tried to share it all over social media back in the beginning when it was still, when social media was still semi-free speech. It is no longer. The inmates have taken over the asylum and they're squashing any rational thought. They're squashing any dissidence, right? And they're pulling the shit that you knew socialists and commies would always fucking do. So to be surprised would actually be stupid. To have expected all this, well then you heeded our warnings. You know, now they've gonna take down everything. You watch. We're living in a fucked up period, people. I don't even know what the fuck to tell y'all anymore. I mean, that's why this channel's been dead, basically, or archived. I like to tell my wife every time she says, "Why don't you start that shit back up?" And I tell her, what more is there to be said? I mean, look at what's happened. Even, like I said, look, they're taking down the facts, okay? They're doing away with factual information. Now, has that always happened in civilizations? Yeah. No surprise there. But some of us saw it coming. And we tried to tell people. And we talked about it for, you know, time on end. Hey, Jeremiah Johnson. Yeah, only the deaf, dumb, and blind have an excuse to not have seen it, right? I mean, think about it. We used to call Kansas Hillbilly Prepper a nut, right? Because he would talk about the death camps, the fact that they're going to just let people die or assist people in dying to save money. And it starts in other places in the world, and it's going to end up here. Now, if you've heard about how many states now agree with assisted suicide, well, to tell you he wasn't right, and to see how the healthcare industry has no problem with killing off the people who paid into it for so long, the second that they need to use it, well, and to not think that people being able to commit suicide because they're depressed, even children, 17-year-olds, go check out Sweden, or Norway was it, one of those Scandinavian countries, right? They just did it, became big news, and turned out girl's dead. Don't think it's not coming to Seattle first, and then the West Coast period, and then the rest of the country, until the country breaks up. But we're seeing it. We're seeing it on a daily basis. So, no reason to continue just babbling on to say, hey, we told you. And if you don't believe me, as long as that archive is up down there, follow the link, follow the channel link to Green Dragon Tavern Chats, and go watch the old chats where we screwed up, we fucked up, and we talked 10 tons of shit. But we also warned people. We warned a lot of them. You know, Tactical Tony. I don't know what his name is now on his channel. You know, Rebel Solutions. You know, High Desert Prepper. A lot of the guys that just jumped in, Jay Sparks, Bobby Solar Homestead. You know, a lot of people used to come on to the Dragon and talk, and we all listened and talked about the same stuff and saw this shit coming and tried to warn y'all. And you know what? Maybe some listened, maybe some didn't. But this is my I told you so video. Censorship is here. Your voice is being censored. It was always disagreed with, but now you're just not going to get heard. On whatever social media site you're on, you are going to be censored, right? Over on Facebook, they throw you in Facebook jail. You know, even if you know it, you know, they just don't share any of your shit with any of the people you actually know, let alone they're trying to constantly give you people you don't know to get associate with. Meanwhile, I'm not getting anything from plenty of people who I actually know. So, why? Because they don't want you people thinking and getting together to think. They don't want you organizing and getting together to organize. And we've always known that. And we warned you about it. And some listened and some didn't. Hi, Redneck Prepper. Yeah, Project Veritas proved it. Tim Pool proved it, right? Now, a lot of people used to fight with me all the time, even on here, because I actually pay attention to both sides of the coin. I know which side I'm on, and then I pay attention to anybody in opposition of me. And Tim Pool is one of them. That dude, while he gives straight shot his commentary and his opinion on stuff, it's like, how do you still hold that? Anyway, besides the point. You know, it's not just people like him. It's Jordan Peterson. It's, you know, Joe Rogan, right? Holy fuck. They call him a right-wing guy. And if you have any kind of conservative thought when you look at Rogan, the only thing, you know, you can't think that. Anyway. Yeah, exactly. But they're censoring him too. And they're censoring him because he gives voice to opposition. And anybody who does. You know, from Shapiro and Rubin and multiple people who we have never heard of because they're no longer allowed to speak. And we warned this. And would not surprise me how fast this either gets demonetized, if anybody notices. Because luckily, after not doing anything here on this channel other than watching videos once in a while, not doing anything with this channel, nobody's going to notice. Doesn't matter if you're right wing, doesn't matter if you're centrist. If you're not on the left, Stan, and everybody else, you're not going to have a voice. And the only thing on the left that they have to say these days is bash Whitey. White males, you're the worst, guaranteed. Everything you say is going to be wrong. Everything you do is going to be wrong. Everything you say and do is going to be evil. It's just that simple. If you're white at all and you're normal gendered, right, or normal, yes, average for the rest of humanity, you know, sexual orientation, meaning man likes woman, woman likes man, and you're of white European descent, you're the bad guy, no matter what. Even if your people didn't come over to this country until, you know, the turn of the last century, long past slavery. Even if you didn't come over to this country until within this lifetime. Talk to my friend Blue Thunder 40, which I haven't seen him do a video forever either. But, you know, straight off the boat from Ireland and became a citizen. Talk to El Tenda. You know what? Speak to El Tenda. Ask him how it feels to be an Italian white male here in the United States right now, and how privileged he is, and how he needs to pay reparations now, even though he just got here. And got his citizenship, by the way. Didn't fuck around. Came legally. Got his citizenship. Hey. Anyway. 15-minute video would be good for me. So I'd like to thank anybody who jumped in. Thanks for 3 thumbs up out of 6 to 7 people that have shown up. You know, the funny thing about YouTube, it's always been they just want to make ads, they want to make money, the big company. And that's always good to me. I don't understand why people don't think it's a bad thing. But free speech makes money, right? And the whole thing is engagement. It always has been engagement. And I was never very good at that. I was never very good at going, you know, ooh, like and subscribe, ooh, hit the bell, ooh, you know what, send me money on Patreon, send me money on fucking PayPal, whatever else the new ones are, BitChute, and fuck, whatever. You know, I was never good at begging, I was never good at asking for help, and the few times you do ask for help, it's sketchy most of the time. So, I'm just going to say right here, right now, we told you so, we warned you. And when my grandkids see this, if it's still allowed to be up when I'm long dead, they're going to, look, they're going to be amazed. You know? Yeah, you don't even want to know how many subs I've lost. And I don't care. I never cared about subs. It was kind of fun. I cared more about eyes on product and whether you subbed me or not, or whether you paid me or not, or whatever. Would have been nice, you know? But, looks like it turns into a fucking shit show, like I kind of imagined it would. But There you go. That's my 15 minutes for 2019. Anyway, you guys have a good night, day, whatever, and just understand, we did tell you so. Everyone who's ever been on the Dragon had warned y'all, okay, that this shit was gonna happen. Time to go.